Hi, I'm Choi, cosmetic chemist, science educator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is my review of the HR Booster Pro device. Well, not review, more like first impressions. Let's take it back. First impressions. This one was kindly gifted to me by Yeppo Soonso, which is an Asian beauty skincare retailer in Finland. They kindly gifted to me, no obligation to review whatsoever. This is the latest Medicube HR Booster Pro device. It is well popular and raved about on TikTok, and I'm very grateful and excited that I managed to get my hands on this device. And I'm sure you guys wanted to get my opinion on the device and how I've been enjoying it or not enjoying it so far. It looks so nice. What I will say about the device, first impressions, just off the bat, I really do find this to be a very convenient device. A nice, small, handheld device, really portable. You can charge it just with a USB-C charger, so you don't even need to use the charger that they provide. I literally just use my iPhone charger and it works for this device. And it's supposed to be 4-in-1. So it's supposed to essentially eliminate the need for multiple devices in your skincare routine if you are a device person and you use lots of different devices. In saying that, I think this is a really cute, nice, portable device, something that can be used, in my opinion, to replace some other devices. Not all devices, so we'll talk about the devices that it could be used to replace. And so far, so good. I have actually been enjoying this. So what is this device? This device contains 4 modes. It's meant to be a 6-in-1 device because it also has LED and vibration, but essentially it has 4 modes. And the 4 modes being air shot mode, booster mode, microcurrent mode, and Derma shot mode. So let's talk about each mode one by one, starting off with the booster mode, which is electroporation. So the booster mode is supposed to help absorb active ingredients and deliver them whilst boosting radiance. This is what the brand is claiming it does. It utilizes electroporation, creating temporary fine holes for maximized absorption of active ingredients. So that's what the brand is claiming that the booster mode does. You've probably heard of the booster mode because it's the most popular mode and it's going all over viral on TikTok that increases absorption of ingredients by X 1000%, people have been claiming online. What is electroporation, or EP for short? So electroporation uses short bursts of high voltage electricity to temporarily open up the skin's protective barrier, and in doing so it then allows substances from small and large molecules to then penetrate more easily past the barrier. So in this case with the device, we're talking about the top surface layer of the skin, the stratum corneum, being the barrier. And so the technique of electroporation helps to deliver the skincare ingredients past the stratum corneum deeper into the skin, especially for ingredients that are more difficult to absorb. But the important note here with electroporation is that the voltage must be high enough in order for it to create this tiny temporary passageway through the skin. So I've done some research and it says 60 volts or more should be applicable. If otherwise, you can have lower voltage, but a lower voltage needs to be at a more steady application in order for it to have enough time to essentially create a passageway through the skin. And that turns into a completely other type of passageway, so we won't be talking about that. But I'm assuming that this Medicube device is using the correct voltage in order for it to actually have any benefit for the skin. What I will say and recommend is that you don't use this device with any strong active ingredients, because as with any increased penetration and permeability comes the potential increase for skin irritation. So I would only use all of the modes on this device with soothing ingredients, and think Centella Asiatica and your panthenol and your ceramides and those kind of ingredients and those type of products, as opposed to like your retinoids, your vitamin C's, and definitely don't use it with chemical exfoliants either. As mentioned, all the modes on the device are paired with a corresponding LED, and the booster mode is paired with orange LED. Now, as for the LED, I'm just going to slightly touch on it because I'm not going to talk about the LED much in this device. I think it's a little bit of a gimmick. Because any LED must have an even distribution across the face in order to have any significant effect on the skin. So think about your LED face masks and your LED panels. That's where you're going to actually get the benefit of the LED. I think the LED in here is just for a gimmick, for colour, for fun, but I wouldn't really kind of put my money on the LED working in this device and actually showing any benefit, especially because it's only passing through a localized area each time, and you're not going to be concentrating the LED for long enough on a certain part of your face for it to see any benefit, because you're going around your face and you're going in circles like that. Booster mode is by far the most gentle mode, and even on my first try of using the device, I could go up to level 2 on booster. I'm on level 3 now on booster mode, and it just feels like pulsing on your skin. That's all it feels like. It doesn't feel tingly, stinging whatsoever. There is also a timer. I believe you can go up to like 5 minutes on each mode. I've only done up to 2 minutes on each mode. I think that's more than enough for me as like a beginner to this device. I really like to use this booster mode at the end when I'm applying my moisturizer, just to give my skin that nice glow. And I do find that with using this booster mode, even on its own, my skin has a lot more of a glow than it does without the booster mode. I just feel that because you're taking more time to rub whatever product you're rubbing into your face for like 2 minutes, as opposed to like quickly just and then go. You're massaging it essentially into your skin, so it's of course going to give you that boost and that radiance. And I feel that electroporation in this device is actually working. The moisturizer that I've been using with the booster mode has been the S.NATURE one, and I do find that this and this together gives me a really nice lift and a uplift and a glow and a snatch, you know what I mean? So I really have been enjoying these two products together. The S.NATURE Aqua Squalane Moisturising Cream. Going in now with the booster mode.
Booster mode, level 1.
And I could go up to like level 3 on this, but I think I'll just do level 2. And this mode, you just go in circular motions. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm just going to focus on the neck.
2 minutes passed.
Okay. And now I'm done. Okay, the next mode let's talk about is microcurrent mode. Microcurrent mode is in fact the first mode that I use when I use this device. And it does say on the instructions manual to start off with microcurrent mode first before moving on to Derma shot or booster mode. So I do use the microcurrent mode first. And it is paired with the green LED, but like I said, LED, just don't even bother with the LED. It's not really doing anything. So what does microcurrent mode do? What is microcurrent? Can this replace any other microcurrent device? Let's go into it. Their microcurrent mode is apparently helping to volumize facial lines. It's supposed to target areas around the eyes, your smile lines, your mouth, sort of like your nasolabial folds, and that's what they're saying that the microcurrent is used for in the device. So what is microcurrent? Microcurrent is using pulsating electrical currents of low voltage to help your skin produce ATP. And ATP is adenosine triphosphate. It's essentially your body's energy currency, and ATP really, really important for any and all intracellular processes that go on your body. So ATP assists with collagen production, elastin production, and then therefore reduction of fine lines and wrinkles, as well as cellular regeneration. Microcurrents have also been shown to have no or little to no side effects. It's been suggested to have effective benefits in reducing sagging skin and improving skin texture. And microcurrent therapy has been shown to have little to no discomfort in patients that use microcurrent. So I think microcurrent doesn't need that big of an introduction. We all know what it does. It helps to stimulate ATP, which then stimulates your cells' regenerative processes, and then thus can help with lifting, firming, collagen production, elastin production, and so on and so forth. I have used a microcurrent device in the past, which was the NuFACE one. I don't think I ever mentioned that I ever used it because I literally couldn't use it. It was way too strong for my skin. So just as for my comparison of using the NuFACE and this one is a lot more beginner friendly, sensitive skin friendly, lower pain threshold friendly device than the NuFACE one. And so that's why I have been enjoying it. I've even managed to get up to level 2 with this microcurrent device. And as for how it feels on the skin, it literally just feels like a vibration, just a consistent vibration on your face. And I honestly feel that this, paired with the Derma shot mode, have really improved temporarily the appearance of my sort of double chin and my sort of swollen, especially in the morning, your face naturally is a little bit more puffy. So just reducing the appearance of my puffiness for kind of lifting and uplifting this area of my face, which I know is like the puffiest part of my face. And I feel that this really is a very gentle yet effective mode on this device. And if you can use this device every single morning and night, there is a temporary, very temporary, but visible difference in your skin after you use it. Like with any cosmetic device, it of course has its limitations. It's not a permanent invasive treatment. It's non-invasive. That means it has to be used consistently to see consistent results. So as you guys can see, I'm literally over halfway through my COSRX 6 Peptide Skin Booster Serum. It's been doing a great job with improving my skin texture, just improving the overall look and feel of my skin. And it doesn't dry too quick, so that's why it's really good with the device. So microcurrent mode, you're meant to go from the center of your face and then pull outwards. So this is what I've been doing. And I'm gonna get a bit closer so you guys can see. At first I found that it was a bit too tingly. It still is quite tingly on my forehead, but for the rest of my face I barely feel it now. It's just like a vibration. And just do slow dragging movements from the center to the outside of my face. And you're meant to avoid sort of the center of your neck, so going down the side. Okay, so that is after the first mode. I don't know if you guys can see, but with this is a really great combo, but another amazing combo is I will show you next. Let's move on to the next mode, and then I'll just talk about how more I feel about the device as a whole. So the next mode that I'm going to talk about is the Derma Shot mode. And this is the Derma Shot mode. It's paired now with red LED. And this mode is using mid-frequency electrical muscle stimulation. So Derma Shot mode is meant to stimulate sagging skin and careful muscles to create a firmer facial contour by applying mid-frequency EMS or electrical muscle stimulation, optimized for facial muscles to stimulate muscles that have lost elasticity. Electrical muscle stimulation, especially mid-frequency electrical muscle stimulation, is again in its infancy when it comes to the research that has gone into it, especially the research that's gone behind cosmetic devices with mid-frequency electrical muscle stimulation. So mid-frequency is around about 4,000 Hertz. However, I did find a research paper that Medicube did on one of their previous devices that uses mid-frequency EMS, and the research essentially concluded that more research is needed, but it did have some benefit to the skin. So I'm just going to read out what they're basically saying. They essentially said that it stimulates deeper tissues without causing pain or discomfort, unlike high-frequency EMS, and this makes it a good choice for beauty treatments and beauty devices. And they essentially performed a 4-week study on people between the ages of 40 and 60. They had a control group where people were using an adenosine-based cream, cosmetic product cream application on its own, and then another group, which was the test group, where they had the cream alongside the electrical muscle stimulation device. So what they tested for was an improvement in skin elasticity, sagging skin lifting, as well as double chin lifting. And what they found that with skin elasticity, there was no significant difference between the group that just used the cream alone and the group that used the cream with the device. However, when it came to sagging skin lifting as well as double chin lifting, they saw a significant improvement in the group that used the cream with the device. However, some important things to note was a really small sample size study. It was only on people between the ages of 40 and 60, so it didn't show, again, a larger demographic, how it would affect, say, for example, people with a younger skin, not as mature skin. And they also had to use the device for 10 minutes. Now, this device that I've been using, the Derma Shot mode that I've been using, and I really like the Derma Shot mode. I think it's my favorite mode out of all modes. I've only been using for 2 minutes a day. The research there needs to be a lot more research into what the potential benefits of the device are and potential side effects of the device. Only after that, we can then sort of ascertain whether mid-range frequency really does work on a handheld portable device such as this one from Medicube. And I've got to say, this Derma Shot mode is actually quite strong. You do literally see your eyebrow twitching and your muscles twitching as you use the device. So I would say be a little bit more careful around like your eye area. I cannot use the device on my forehead area. It's just like way too strong for me. So this is the Arencia Holy Hyssop Serum 30. This has got niacinamide. It's also packed with lots of different plant extracts for brightening the skin. And this is what it looks like. It's lovely deep sea blue. And as you can see, it's got the perfect gel consistency to Derma shot mode. And then I literally just dunk my device into the pot like that, spreading it first. Let me just spread it across. I go up to like level 2 on this stuff, and I feel that this mode has been the most, I would say, noticeable mode. I feel that this mode is a mode that's really been sort of snatching my face and giving it that bit of lift and uplift. And as you can see, this serum is the perfect texture for this device. It spreads really well, it doesn't dry too quick. It's sort of like what I expected the Medicube collagen serum to be, and the Medicube collagen serum like really disappointed me. It's literally been 3 minutes, but there's still a lot of serum on my face, so I'm just gonna kind of spread it out a little bit more and then finish off with the famous booster mode. Oh, the final mode that I wanted to touch on that I'm not going to talk about too much because I actually don't use this mode is air shot mode. And this is the mode, I think it's paired obviously with the blue LED, and this air shot mode is claiming to help improve pore elasticity by creating non-damaging passageways on the skin layer with electric needles. And this electric needle technology forms micro holes and improves pore elasticity. I've done some research on this air shot mode, these micro needling, this air needling. Obviously there are no needles on this device, but it is a very question mark on how this microneedling technology actually works. What is being used in this microneedling, non-needling device technology that is making it able to expand the pores and create temporary passageways? When it talks about the temporary passageways, it does really much remind me of the electroporation mode, and it sounds very similar to the electroporation mode, aside from the fact that you have to use this on dry skin. And the air shot mode really, especially on dry skin, literally feels like you're zapping your face and electrocuting it. I cannot sugarcoat how it feels. That's why I have not used the air shot mode. I don't use the air shot mode. I refuse to use the air shot mode because I find that A, is way too strong. It literally feels like I'm electrocuting myself, and it's very prickly. And also the research is just not non-existent, but at least I can't find the research. A website isn't very helpful either. It doesn't give any indication as to how their electric needling works. And as for how they compare it to basically going and get microneedling, but this is like the at-home version that doesn't use needles, and they're trying to peg it against microneedling, I don't believe that it could be anywhere near what microneedling does. Microneedling actually creates wounds on the skin by penetrating your skin with needles, and this is just zapping your face, like electrocuting it. I would have liked them to be a little bit more transparent, not just with this mode, but with all the modes. I think they should have been a little bit more transparent about the trials that they tested and experiments that they conducted with the device and its safety. And I question the safety, particularly of the air shot mode. So what am I concluding first impressions of this device? One thing I have to say is that I wasn't really expecting it, and I definitely wasn't looking for it, but within the first week of using this device, I saw a significant improvement in my skin texture. Albeit I didn't use the air shot mode, which is supposedly supposed to be the mode that you're meant to use for skin texture. I literally just used all other 3 modes, and I saw a significant improvement in the skin texture just on especially one part of my face, which is this part of my face. This part of my face is where I had breakouts, and I went on adapalene, and adapalene essentially got rid of my breakouts, but I always was left with a residual texture from where the spots were, even though the spots were like dead and gone. And it's not so much that you can see it, but I can feel it, because I used to like run my finger across this side of my face and it was bumpy where the spots used to be, and ever since using the device, I touched my face and it was smooth. Another thing that I will say is that I have been getting compliments on how my face looks a lot more sort of like uplifted, more like tightened. My face doesn't look as puffy, as chubby, especially down here, and I think it's because of the consistent use of this in the morning, because in the morning I'm the most puffiest, and after using this device it's almost like I've given my face a massage. It helped to drain that morning puffiness away. As for fine lines, wrinkles and sagging skin, I don't think I'm the key demographic to test this device against and give you my thoughts and opinions on that. When it comes to expectations, that's where you have to be a little bit realistic. The device is a handheld portable device. It's nowhere near going to be as strong as an in-office clinic treatment. It's not going to be anywhere near as long-term benefits as if you had an invasive skin treatment, because bearing in mind this device is claiming to be non-invasive. But I do feel that there is a time and a place where you can really make the most of this device and where it can actually be worth your money. Number one, if you're using multiple different devices, for example, you're using a microcurrent device and you're using a separate electroporation device and so on and so forth, it can be really handy that you have 4 different modes in one portable device. Number 2, I feel that portability, ease of use, convenience of use is a winner with this. And number 3, if you're going to have a special event or a special occasion, a wedding, this is the device that I think will shine in the days and the weeks or the months leading up to an event as such. So I wouldn't say it would completely replace you going to get, like, for example, hydrofacial and stuff like that, but it can be used alongside as a topper, as something that you can really expect to see temporary lifting and snatching results before you go to a special event. And of course, with any device, the device also works only as good as a product that you're using it with. And the limitation is you do need to make sure that you're finding a product that works well with the device. Because you're meant to use a device for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, you can't really go and use any cream, moisturizer or serum. You really need to find a cream, moisturizer or serum that has the longevity to it, that has the slip, and that doesn't absorb too quick. And so that's where I found that there was a bit of trial and error with this device on what products I was using it with. It's one of those things that if you already have those type of products in your cabinet, great. But if you don't, it's an additional investment alongside the device to find products that actually are compatible with it. As devices go, this one is way more fun and something that can convert me to using more devices in future, being someone who doesn't really like to use devices in the first place. That's it for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. So close to 1,000 subscribers, so it would be amazing if I could reach up to 1,000. And I really appreciate some of you guys commenting on my TikTok videos and just my YouTube videos saying that you really enjoy my content, because that really encourages me to keep going on this platform. As always, you can follow me on TikTok as well. It's @Sharice Beauty. My Instagram handle is the same, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.